Yeah, I mean, I know it's only week 2, but this is a must win for the Lions. You can't go huge. You can't go 0 you can't go 0-2. I mean, they got to pull this game out.
This is All About the Balls podcast with Mark Davis, Kriska Meinhardt, Luke Rule, Jake Winnikine, and Nick the Doc Skirkowitz. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this NFL Week 2 preview of All About the Balls podcast. I'm Mark Davis, joined alongside three great men, Kriska Meinhardt, Jake Winnikine, and was supposed to be the call out tonight, but Luke Rule. And Luke, I'll start with you because you weren't in last night. You did avoid a Ravens smack talk a little bit. We weren't too hard on them, actually, but we did critique the game. How are you feeling as they play the Cleveland Browns this week as 11.5-point favorites?
Yeah, man, I feel good about this game coming up. Coming off a tough loss. Hopefully, Harv's got in the defense a little bit. Hopefully, we figure it out our secondary. But other than that, I mean, offense looked great. So not too worried about the season going forward. Didn't have any major injuries, so I think we'll be on to Cleveland. And I think we put the work in on Cleveland this week.
Put belt to ass on the Cleveland
Browns.
Yeah. Chris, you did beat me 2-1 this week in 3 of our fantasy football matchups. I can say that yesterday. The New Orleans Saints play the 49ers. The LSU Tigers play the Florida Gators. It's a little in podcast rivalry between you and Jake this weekend. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm feeling great about both matchups. Be completely honest with you.
Jake, how you feeling?
That Florida one could be a trap one now.
I'm feeling the opposite of how he's feeling. I'm feeling terrible about both matches. I think Shanahan's finally getting his wish, and he gets to start Mac Jones. So we'll see how that goes.
He's been waiting, since 2020 or 2021, whenever he got drafted. So he finally got his wish. But, Texas plays UTEP, not worried about it. Atlanta plays Minnesota. Hopefully Drake London is back. They're saying he should be good to go, and maybe we'll see Darnell Mooney as well. He's been practicing now. So hopefully both receivers are back, and we don't have to worry a little bit. Minnesota's got a good defense, but Luke, I didn't shout UCF 2-0. By the way, congrats.
2-0 on a bye week. So we'll host old Bill Belichick next week at the Bounce House. So
you gonna go?
Might be going to it. I'm flying out probably Thursday, next Thursday to go down. So
gotta go. Go see Bill in the
going to concert.
That'd be awesome.
I was tempted to go down to Miami for the Miami Florida game, but Florida's got 2 losses.
Yeah,
it's not that interesting anymore.
No,
not
anymore.
Might be a little cheaper though. It's still in-state rivalry.
Yeah, it's very expensive right now.
Oh, I bet.
Could be even cheaper after this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if Miami and Florida both lose, ain't nobody be at that game.
After Florida gets that belt this week, the ticket prices should drop.
Well, it's time for our preview session of the show, Week 2. This is our records, Week 1. Obviously, we don't have season records because season records are just Week 1 records. You can see it. The money line's on top, against the spreads on the bottom. Luke took care of business in both sections. 12-4 money line, 9-7 against the spread. If you go 8-8 or 9-7 or anything like that, and against the spread the first week, that's a hell of a week because you just don't know what you're going to get from any of these teams. Jake, you were in second place in both 10-6 and 7-9. Doc 10-6, 4-12, terrible 4-12. Chris, you were 4-12 with them, and I was 1-15 against the spread. So only win was the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Duval got it done for me.
Duval.
But I was 9-7 money line and 8-8. Chris, you were. So we're all still kind of in there. A money line. It's still early. We can all make a comeback here. It's not over yet. I might be already out of against the spread. I might be feeling like Chris felt last year, Week 1, where Chris had several Week 1, and we all had a pretty decent one. So he was kind of trying to claw his way back up, and he did good. He had a good record at the end, but just weren't going to win, which is probably what's going to happen to me. But I can still get money line, so fingers crossed. But let's jump into it. Week 1, Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime. We have the 1-0 Washington Commanders traveling to the Lambeau Field to face the 1-0 Green Bay Packers. Micah Parsons should be getting an uptick in his snappage. What are we going to talk about, guys?
I mean, right off the bat, just looking at it, I'm pretty excited now that I took Green Bay because you took Washington with your 1-15.
But Luke chose Washington. He's 12-4 and 9-7. Just following the winner.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the consistency with Green Bay sometimes, and I think they're running on a pretty big high right now. They think they're going to the Super Bowl, and I think the Commanders bring them back to reality a little bit this week.
Yeah, I said Luke, like you were there. You weren't here last night, but I said I still don't trust Jordan Love. I still don't trust the weapons. And we said the Commanders' defense isn't that good. I mean, I understand maybe the Giants' offense isn't good, but the offense or the defense was really good for the Commanders against the Giants last week. So maybe Dan Quinn, maybe he does have the boys playing at a different level this year. I mean, we're going to see this week with apparently this deep wide receiver core that they have, where they all only get 2 catches for like 20 or 30 yards a game. So we'll see how good this wide receiving core does when they have to play against a stud offense, and maybe they have to keep up and score 40 points this week.
Yeah, it's going to be important for Jordan Love to do some quick passes. They have some offensive line injuries. So, I mean, that might be big for Commanders. D-line, Mike Parsons looked like a baller. So, I mean, the defense looked – I mean, that's why if the defense looked like they did week 1, then it's hard to not pick Green Bay.
Yeah. Parsons didn't play very much last week, though. So, I mean, he came in pretty much fresh every play he was in.
No, I mean, he still impacted the game every play he was in. We talked about it last night. I mean, he caused an interception. He had a sack in the 4th quarter. He had a pressure. So, I mean, he did play limited snaps, but every snap he was in, he impacted the game.
The difference, though, is they're not playing Jared Goff and the guy that can't move in the pocket. Jane Daniels is a scrambler. So we know he can get outside and he can create plays on the outside, not just inside the pocket. So it's a different offensive scheme they're playing against. It's not Jared Goff who has to throw it 30 times.
We've seen Micah Parsons against mobile quarterbacks. We know he can handle a mobile
quarterback. But that also goes both ways, though. Washington played the Giants last week, so they're playing a whole different beast, too. That goes both ways.
But I'm still not
sold. Both ways.
I'm just not sold on the Packers offense as you guys are. I mean,
I think the Giants defense is a little bit better than people give them credit for, too.
Yeah, but are we sold on Washington's defense because they shut down the Giants? I mean, come on, let's be real here.
No, but
it was the Giants.
But are we high on the Packers offense, which you guys shit on the Detroit Lions defense? So that all goes the same way, whichever way we're going to cut it.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. It goes both ways, though. If you're going to bash who Green Bay played.
But I've seen Jordan Love the last few years, and it's been a consistency thing, like Luke said. He's not consistent. He's a roller coaster of a quarterback where it's a lot of highs and a lot of lows, and he likes to throw interceptions. We just talked about it. He tried doing it back-to-back plays against the Lions.
Yeah,
that's who Jordan Love is.
I've seen Daniel Jones be a fucking bum his whole career, and then last week he played amazing.
But I'll tell you this.
So, I mean,
I've seen Sam
Darnold play like shit.
But we're talking Jaden Daniels, who's still balling at a good level. He played really good last week. His passing might have been so electric, but he was able to get outside the pocket and move and create things with his legs.
Let's not say he played amazing last week.
We're talking about Jordan Love right now.
But we're talking Daniels and Love. And Daniel, like Luke said, the Giants defense is better than people are giving them credit for. That's a good defense in New York. Let's not act like they're not good. They have a quarterback problem. If they had a QB and a healthy O-line, they didn't have a healthy O-line, by the way. They had a healthy O-line, maybe the Giants would be a good team. But
do you think Washington's defense is better than Detroit's?
I think what I saw last week, yeah, they were better last week. If we're going based on 1 week, the Commanders' defense was better. Are you going to tell me the offense for the Commanders is better than the Lions?
Is Washington's O-line better than
How about this? Is Washington just better overall than the Detroit Lions? Because they beat the shit out of them in the playoff. They beat the shit in the playoffs. And I don't know. I mean, they looked good last week compared to them. They played a better team, too. I mean, the Giants' defense is good. So, yes, they're going to struggle. But the running backs came alive in the second half for the Commanders. Merritt came out pretty hot in the second half. So I don't know. I think the Commanders are going to go in there, and I think they're going to pull off the upset. I think they're a road underdog this week. Jane Daniels and Dan Quinn, they thrive in that. And I'm gonna pick the Commanders and Lambeau to pull off the upset.
I mean, I have a close game. I mean, I have Packers
winning, but I have a really close game.
I think it's going to be a field goal game.
I wouldn't even call it an upset. I mean, I guess because they're under the 3.
Oh yeah,
but I mean this game's a toss up. It literally could go either way. But
yeah, I say upset just because of the betting odds. But let's move on to the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. The New York Giants are in a quarterback situation. They're 0-1. They're traveling the Dallas Cowboys, who are 0-1 coming off a loss. Guys, what do we feel about this game?
I feel if Dallas only wins by 5.5, it's a loss.
If
they need to blow that spread.
If Russell Wilson's playing, then it's Dallas all game.
Yeah, easily.
And Dak has a history of owning the New York Giants. He's a Giants killer. I don't believe they come into Dallas and they take. I don't think they come into Dallas and upset them. I believe what we saw last week. Good shot for Javonte Williams. I don't think we see all that this week against the Giants defense. But I do expect CeeDee Lamb to have a baller game, limit the drops this week. I think this is going to be a CeeDee Lamb kind of career day. I think CeeDee Lamb goes off this week.
No, I think CeeDee Lamb blowing, having a lot of catches.
Yeah, I bet on Dallas offense this week.
A+ catches this week.
I'm thinking 10+. I'll be honest. I'm thinking double digits this week for CeeDee Lamb, and I think that
we're going to see more videos of Malik Neighbors on the sideline, pissed as fuck.
Yep.
That Russell Wilson is still throwing the ball.
And they're going to announce after the game if they get blown out by 24. They're going to announce Russell Wilson starting week 3. No, they're going to announce Russell Wilson again because they're a stupid franchise.
I'll tell you this: if Jackson Dart comes in the next 2 weeks, good luck, because week 3 they play the Chiefs at home on primetime, and then they play the Eagles. So it's the next 2 games after this is not going to be easy either.
I think the Giants with Dart could beat the Chiefs.
That's a hot take. We might see.
I think Dart would need to start under his belt before that game.
I agree with that. If he starts week 3 and then week 4 they play the Chiefs, I think he could beat the Chiefs.
Well, okay, well
they play the Chiefs next week.
So they have week 3, Eagles week. It's Chiefs, Eagles, Saints are the next 3 games after this.
Start against the Saints.
No, don't start them.
Right.
It's a little tune-up game.
Don't do that one.
No, but I believe the Cowboys cover here. I mean, they win at least by a touchdown, and just Dallas is here. They need this win. They can't afford to go in too early in the season.
Yeah, same. I think Dallas is going to beat them by at least a touchdown. I mean, they played well against the Eagles, not well enough to win, but still, I think the Dallas Cowboys, their offense looks good.
No, I would say the opposite. I think Dallas played great to beat the Eagles. It was one player that didn't play good to beat the Eagles.
And what was he wearing on? And what did he rub his hands with, Chris?
Canola oil.
Canola. Okay, I just want to make sure we're still on that.
It was CD made two catches, 2 more catches. CD would have won.
To be honest, if he'd have made that first catch, the second one never even had to happen because they were at the 20-yard line with that first catch. So, see, Dak put it. They said Dak was one of the best throws I've seen Dak make.
Yeah, CD saved me in Survivor because I had the Eagles. So
I mean, Dallas impressed me. They looked a whole lot better than I expected.
It's hard to blame CD because it's almost like the Derrick Henry. You can't blame Derrick Henry because he's the reason they were in the game.
Oh, well, CD, you're not wrong, but
he
CD
had over 115 yards.
You're right, but Derrick had
one focal point.
Derrick had 1 mistake. CD had 5 or 6 mistakes.
But still, is the Dallas in that game without CD? No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you to that extent, but I believe he also had a lot more errors than Derrick Henry had.
I agree. But I'm not saying that they're equivalent. I'm just saying that it's hard to say.
Hard to blame those two. Yeah.
When
someone has to be the scapegoat. That just has to be CeeDee Lamb.
Jake knows about scapegoats.
Yes, he does. He does. Let's move on, though, to your Baltimore Ravens, 11.5-point favorites in the bank versus the Cleveland Browns. Guys, I mean, it's the writing's on the wall, but how do you feel about it?
I mean, really interested to see what Cleveland's defense does. I mean, they held the Bengals to a net total of 8 yards in the second half. Can the defense still play good? The 2 interceptions Joe Flacco threw weren't his fault at all. They were fucking tip passes, so I don't blame him for those 2 interceptions. I mean, I think Baltimore's going to run through this game.
Yeah, I think Baltimore's pissed off, and they're going to come out on fire. And on defense, I think they're going to get to Joe Flacco.
But I know Joe's going to want this game.
I feel extremely sorry for the Cleveland Browns because this game is going to be ugly.
I literally said after the game, I feel bad for whoever the Ravens play.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, I was like, shit, it's Cleveland. I really feel bad for the Cleveland Browns.
It's going to be a beatdown.
Yeah, I mean, divisional game, so I think it might be a little bit closer. I mean, I still think we beat them by 12, but I think they're going to hang around for a little while. But I don't think the Ravens let our foot off the gas this time like we did last week. So I mean, I think Flacco's going to get some. He's going to get some of our secondary here and there. He's going to eat. The tight end's going to probably eat on our secondary, but other than that, I think Jerry Jeudy? He's talking a lot of shit, so I think we try to lock him down.
Yeah, if it was in Cleveland, maybe I'd have him covering the spread. But since it's in Baltimore, I'm not going to give the Browns that much respect.
If it was in Cleveland and it wasn't coming off of a bad loss for the Ravens.
Yeah.
As long as the Ravens don't enter the fourth quarter with a 2-score lead, then I'm confident here.
Either 1 score or 3. Then we'll
yeah, 1 or 3. And keep it at 3 because it's not just coming into the fourth quarter. It's just even if you get a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, that's also the bad luck too. So just keep running the score up before the fourth quarter. Well, let's move on to a battle of 2 more kitty cats. We had the Jaguars and Panthers last week. Now we're gonna have the Jaguars traveling to the jungle to face the Bengals. The Bengals are 3.5-point favorites in a battle of 1-0 teams.
Yeah, easy thing here. Jacksonville doesn't have Myles Garrett, who was headhunting Joe Burrow that whole entire game last week.
Walker.
Yeah, and I think Jamar Chase gets more involved in this game.
Oh, yeah, big time. But you know what I am interested to see if it happens? They said that Travis Hunter is going to play a lot more defensive snaps. Give me a Travis Hunter on Jamar Chase. Oh my gosh, give it to me.
That'd be fun. That'd be exciting to watch, to be honest.
Yeah, yes.
If he follows Jamar, that'd be crazy.
But right? like Doc said yesterday, the Bengals got that week 1 game out of the way. Of course, start slow. They won. It's good for them. But Jags defense did play good. I know it was the Panthers, but the defense played good. The offense wasn't that impressive. So what kind of Trevor Lawrence we're going to get? Etienne was the only one that played well, really. So how more involved do they get Brian Thomas Jr.? How more involved do they get, you just said Travis Hunter on defense. How much more involved does he get on the offense? No Tanks Bigby. So it is the Etienne show now.
Yeah.
I mean, Travis Hunter was like a 4 fingers away from an 85-yard touchdown. That defender barely got that ball last week. He almost had a huge touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, Bengals won last week off of defense. Who would have thought that?
Well, yeah,
against the Browns offense, though.
Yeah. But the Jags offense didn't look that good either.
Joe Flacco. Man's been in the league for fucking 20 years. He knows how to play football.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they had a couple of unfortunate breaks that the defense got lucky on tip passes.
And missed kicks.
Yeah, and missed kicks.
But like Mark said, though, Jags offense did not look impressive either, though.
Outside Etienne, like I said, this offense was quiet.
I think the offense picks it up a little bit this week. I mean, they're going against a terrible defense. I think this game's going to be pretty high scoring overall. And
I'm down for a shootout. Let it happen.
Yeah, I think this game it's going to have to be a shootout.
Me too.
We'll see if the Bengals can pick up their offense this week. I mean,
this is one of the sneaky games of the week. This is one of the more exciting games I'm actually anticipating.
I agree. I mean, this could go either way. I mean, I would love to see Jags pull this out. I mean, I would love a 50-50. No, I love a 50-50 shootout for Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. I need to make up points for last week,
but as you can see, I have the Bengals covering. I think they do win this game by at least 4 points. I think it's gonna be closer than a blowout or anything like that. I think it's gonna be a good touchdown style game. But I'm gonna go Bengals. I think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, Teagans, they wake up. They all 3 need it this week.
Yeah, I went Bengals, but I mean, this is really a good, because it's not an elite team, so it's a good test for us to see where the Jags really are.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, I'm going Bengals.
Yeah. If the Jags can't score on this defense, then they got real problems. They got real problems. So
yep.
And you're alone on the Jags.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Is that alone on the Jags because you hate the Bengals, or
no? I hate their defense. Their defense is terrible.
I'm just making sure. I'm just trying to see where we're at.
I mean,
it's only week 2.
It's still week 2 Bengals. So I mean, it's slow starters. I mean, slow start last week, even though they played preseason. Even though they said preseason's going to fix it, which it didn't. They got to win.
It did. They got to win.
They got a whole 7 yards in the second half, and that can't happen again.
Gosh,
there's only 7 yards.
7 yards.
7 or 8.
No.
8 yards.
It was a net 8 yards. So that's taking the sacks that Myles Garrett got away from all the yards they got.
Yeah, that Bengals O-line is terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's been terrible since Joe Burrow's been.
I thought Orlando Brown was supposed to be good.
Well, is he playing bad, or is the whole line playing bad?
Myles Garrett he went through the whole offensive line pretty much.
I mean, their whole salary cap's in 3 players. So,
well,
4
Orlando Brown.
4 now, I guess if you add Hendrickson. But I mean, that's what
5. If you count, Orlando Brown got paid, so really 5.
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's terrible. But let's talk about the Bears and the Lions, boys. The Ben Johnson game, as we're going to call it. Ben Johnson's returning to Detroit to face his former team, a team that has no love lost for him. They're going to be booing the hell out of him. They said the Detroit Lions are 5.5-point favorites, and I believe the Lions do need it more.
Yeah, I think Dan Campbell has these boys rallied. I know all of them know that they played like shit last week. I still don't trust Caleb Williams. I saw what he could do first half, but the second half he just reverted right back to what we know.
So that's what happens once he runs out of the scripted plays. Caleb Williams just kind of looks lost. I don't think he can read a defense. I don't know if he knows the playbook besides like those 15, 20 plays he gets for his script to start out with, because he looked really good the first couple drives. And after that, when they had to start calling plays after every single play, he just looks lost. He gets flustered too much. I mean, every now and then he'll make an amazing play. Then he'll have 3 or 4 plays in a row. They're just terrible.
Yeah. That's why I put that picture in the Discord. He's the Russell Westbrook of the NFL. He's exciting for a play here, and then he makes a few bonehead plays. And it's like, man, what's he doing out there?
Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, I know it's only week 2, but this is a must win for the Lions. You can't go 0-2. I mean, they got to pull this game out.
And I think they play the Bengals next week, if I'm not mistaken. So they have to start winning some of these games.
Yeah.
They have a tough schedule. And I think they figure out, though. I think that this is a team that can go in there at home, defend Ford Field, and beat the Bears. Must win, like you said already. And I think Dan Campbell's going to have the boys clicking. And if not, if this offense starts to struggle, I've been hearing rumors the OC might be he might be done playing or calling plays soon. He might not have a long leash. So, and the defense coordinator too.
Who's going to call plays?
Who's going to call the plays?
Campbell will call the defense, but the offense is unknown. There's been rumors that Dan Campbell might not have a long leash for these boys.
Campbell's going to call the defense?
That's the reports are he would call the defense.
I don't know.
So a non-defensive coach would call a defensive.
I mean, Raheem Morris used to call offense, and then he came on the defensive side when he went to the Rams. So, I mean, I know sometimes it's weird, but hey, you never know. I don't know.
An already pathetic defense, and you're going to add a coach that knows nothing about defense. It's just a great job.
He gets him fired up, man. That's the kind of coach he is. That's his job.
He didn't have him fired up last week.
No.
Yeah.
He did not have him fired up.
They were fired, but they ran out of the tunnel. But that was as far as it went.
Yeah.
They look like kitty cats, not lions.
But we all picked the Lions, but me, Luke, and Doc, we're having the Bears cover the spread. So, Jake and Chris, you're a little more confident than we are.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a must-win to me. I mean, the Lions have to show up for this game.
Yeah, I think a touchdown win.
Yeah, I just think the Lions aren't as good as they were last year, so that's why I had it a little bit closer.
I'm thinking like a field goal, to be honest, like a walk-off field goal.
Yeah.
Something that ballpark.
I think the Lions lead the entire game, but I think it stays close. Caleb Williams to make a couple plays here and there. Some big plays.
Cover.
You got to love those backdoor covers. But let's talk about the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. A exciting 0-1 team versus another exciting 0-1 team. Guys, what do you think?
I mean, Jake was talking about toss-up games. This is a toss-up game right here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is a must. Like we just talked about must-win games. This is a must-win for the Dolphins. Easily.
Well, their coach might get fired if they don't win.
Yeah, this is one of those games. He don't survive if the Patriots go there and blow him out. I mean, they've already had 5, 6, 7 teams call about Tyreek Hill, and they shot him down. But I think you go and lose to the Patriots, those phones start getting answered.
Only reason why I picked the Miami Dolphins is because Tua is undefeated against New England Patriots. Only reason why I picked them to cover the spread.
Yeah, but last week was pathetic.
You're right. But as pathetic as he is, he beats the New England Patriots every time. So until he doesn't beat them, I won't pick them, or I'll keep picking them against the Patriots. But if this was anybody else, it might not be my name above that spread being covered for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, this is a coin flip game for me. I just kind of threw the dart at the wall and took the Patriots just because I actually got to see a little bit of the Dolphins game and how terrible they were. I didn't really get to see much of the Patriots game while
they look terrible too.
Traveling. Yeah, I figured they looked terrible because
the run game looked terrible.
It's gonna be a special.
Didn't play good.
Yeah.
This is like a prime Thursday night game. This is what it should be. Terrible.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good in the 12 o'clock window because I don't have to watch it.
The old Thursday night games it was good for. Thursday night's not a lot better now.
Yeah, they're trying.
But yeah, not much to talk about here. But let's talk a rivalry of the podcast this week. The Mac Jones 49ers. It was 4.5. Now it's 2.5. I did switch
it. Luke.
2.5 point favorites on the road to the New Orleans Saints, guys. What do we think?
Yeah, I told you, Mark, I'm going to pick the Saints here. And luckily,
in spite of me.
Luckily, I got very good news that Brock Purdy's out and Kittle's out, so it worked in my favor. Okay,
a little more confident.
I feel a little bit more confident. Spencer Rattler played a decent game. Bleacher Report gave him a B grade for week 1, so good.
What did PFF give him?
I'd have to look. He was in the middle of the pack with Lamar and Patrick Mahomes.
So a C. Let's say C.
Maybe. But no, I mean, defense is going to be big this game. They're going to have to hold them to 3rd and longs because the whole offense is going to go through Christian McCaffrey.
Is Juwan Jennings playing?
Yeah.
He is? Juwan Jennings is playing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I don't care who the quarterback is. I'm picking the Niners. I just think the defense is really good for San Francisco, and I think that's what's going to keep them in this game. And now that it's a 2.5-point favorite, I had them at 4.5, but I think they can win by a field goal. So I think the defense is going to keep the Niners afloat, and then McCaffrey and Juwan Jennings can make the life a little easy for Mac Jones. And I think Shanahan's going to make it easy for him too. So just give me the Niners.
This game went from being like a bye week from the Niners to a Patriots-Dolphins.
See, now that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. What I said was not disrespectful. Maybe the laughing emoji was disrespectful, but that's a true shot right there.
But now it's bad. I mean, it's really bad.
I'll talk my shit Monday when I beat both his teams.
Yeah, exactly. But I think what Mark said, I think Shanahan draws up a decent play calling game for Mac Jones' talent. And they're going to just run CMC into the ground. But
which they're already doing right now. They're 32 touches week 1.
I'm rolling with the Niners, but I mean we're so beat up. I don't even know what to expect.
He doesn't even practice anymore. He didn't practice today. He doesn't practice.
He said, "Fuck 32 touches." Hey, coach,
I don't think he has to practice.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't practice him. Keep him fresh.
Yeah.
Gosh.
But, I mean, the Saints defensive game plan should be just put 3 players on CMC at all times, and they get a good shot of winning.
Yeah, make Mac Jones beat you. Just
make Mac Jones throw the ball.
I agree.
All right, well,
I said big focus, 3rd and long.
And Spencer Rattler, he's not afraid to take some deep shots. So they might be able to get some on.
Yeah, and Jigba tore up that secondary, so
we shall see. Yeah, I mean, we shall see this Sunday. Let's talk Buffalo Bills, New York Jets, and the AFC East matchup out there in MetLife Stadium. The Bills are 6.5-point favorites.
I think it's going to be another shootout. Like I said last night, I think Josh Allen's going to have to hold the team on his back. I don't trust the defense, the secondary, and the Jets' offense looked good with Justin Fields, especially with the running quarterback. You saw what Lamar was able to do to that defense. So
Brees Hall had a good game too.
I expect maybe not a shootout like Bills Ravens. Yeah, but I expect the Jets to be watching a lot of game film on the Ravens and going for that same game plan.
Jets actually have a good track record keeping it close in New York, New Jersey, whatever, against the Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen. They actually do keep this normally close. So I hate picking the teams to beat or to cover the spread against Josh Allen because I think the offense is really good. But I think the Jets can keep it close. And like you said, Chris, rushing quarterback, also Brees Hall, he balled out. Shout out to Garrett Wilson. I'm going to keep saying it until he has a terrible year. Good draft pick for him. I mean, he's going to get all the targets in the world. And Brees Hall, Chris, we're both wrong on the Jets players. I said not to draft Garrett Wilson. I did it anyways. And you said not to draft Brees Hall. And they both balled out. But they keep it close. But give me the Bills to win but not cover.
I just think that the Jets offense is going to take a step back this week. I think they had a show out last week, and I don't think it's sustainable for their offense. So that's why I just got the Bills winning by a touchdown.
I am 100% in agreement with Luke. I think this is a beatdown. I think Josh Allen doesn't even play half the fourth quarter. I think the Jets take a huge step back, and this game is actually ugly.
I mean, I want to say the same thing. I said I noticed the track record in New York when they've had worse teams. They keep it close, or they sometimes win. I mean, I know that they won the 9-11 game when, Zach Wilson came in relief of Aaron Rodgers, and the other games with Rodgers, with Zach Wilson before that, like they keep it close. So it's just something about it. The Jets and Bills, it's a division rival. It's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, 100% it could be. For some reason, though, I just feel like Jets take a huge step back after that high that they felt like they were on last week, and I think just Bills beat them down.
It was a high. Shall see. Seattle and Pittsburgh in Acrisure Stadium, formerly known as Heinz Field. 2.5-point favorites for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Honestly, would not be surprised if Seattle wins this game.
Yeah, this was a tough one for me to pick.
Tough.
I only pick the Steelers because Steelers are home, and it's a long flight from Seattle.
But the Seattle Seahawks have had good history. I know it was under Pete Carroll of traveling well in the East Coast and winning. So, I mean, it's just...
So, if it's a toss-up game, I'm taking the home team for a traveling that far.
Yeah, to me, it's a complete toss-up game, and obviously, I hate Seattle.
And it's a noon game.
Pittsburgh.
So it's early morning for them.
I don't think we see the offensive scoring that we got from the Steelers. I think this is a defense game. I think we come back a little bit with the offensive firepower that the Steelers had. The Seahawks have a good defense.
I think it's a crap game, but it's a toss-up crap game.
Yeah, I mean, the Seahawks head coach, he knows the Steelers defense pretty well. So
he does.
Yeah.
Chris, anything outside that or no?
No, I just have I think it's going to be a defensive game.
Yeah, I just think Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold.
I think Aaron Rodgers is playing with a different type of headset.
He looked good. He looked good last week.
He did look good. Moving on to the Los Angeles Rams and the Tennessee Titans in Nashville. Luke, you're the neck of the woods. The Los Angeles Rams are 5.5-point favorites in Nashville.
Yeah, I mean, Rams are a much better team than the Titans. It's just what it is. Offense and defense. I mean, Cam Ward looked good, but that receiving core just looked fucking terrible. So his stats, Cam Ward's stats don't look that great, but if you watch some of his balls he threw, he has them on target. It's just the receivers dropped everything. I don't know what was going through like Calvin Ridley's head. He played just like CeeDee Lamb. Ball hit him in the hands and drop it.
Especially on that last drive, like he was hitting them in spots where they could have chucked up a Hail Mary.
Oh yeah, Cam Ward looked good. I'll give him that. I mean,
I wish they would have given Ward's dad a mic. You see how stressed out he was in the stands.
He was having a rough time, and I mean, yeah, like Luke said, I mean, I thought Cam Ward played a lot better than the stats showed. I still think there was some decisions that he took sacks. He could have got away. He could have thrown it away. That's a rookie mistake. We expect that. But the Rams are a better team, in my opinion, than the Broncos. I think Stafford and Sean McVay are a better coach and quarterback combination than Bo Nix and Sean Payton. No shot at them. I just think that they're better. And I think Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams, this defense is a lot better. Lamon, defensive player of the week for the NFC 2. Shout out to him. Give me the Rams to cover the spread here by 6 points.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer. I mean, this is probably hint, maybe a survivor pick. I think this is one of the easiest matchups of the week.
Yeah, I mean, you hit on it. I think Cam Ward played a good game, especially against the Broncos defense. Like Mark said, he definitely showed rookie mistakes, especially late in that game, taking those sacks that he shouldn't have taken. But I mean, you're going to get a veteran overall team with the Rams.
Very veteran-like team, yeah. My Super Bowl pick, Los Angeles Rams. Let's go out to the West Coast, to the desert. The Arizona Cardinals, 1-0, hosting the 0-1 Carolina Panthers. The Cardinals are 6.5-point favorites.
I think Cardinals can win with a touchdown here.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Panthers can keep it close. I think this is going to be a respectable game.
Boring game. I think it's going to be a very boring game. Probably one I'm not too interested in watching, even though there's only, three games?
Yeah, 3 in the 4 o'clock window.
I'll have to watch it, so that's unfortunate.
It'll be on my multi-view because only 3 games. It just has to be on there, unfortunately.
What did you see week 1 that makes you think that Panthers will keep this game close?
I'll tell you this. I didn't like what I saw from the Cardinals offense really that much. They kind of got quiet. The offense wasn't that special outside a couple big plays. And I think the Panthers defense was fairly decent against the Jaguars besides against ETN. And we don't know if we're going to see which running back, Benson and Connor, because it seemed like Benson actually had majority of the workload. And I just don't trust the offense. I don't think the defense is as special as hype. So I think this will be a closer, low-scoring game. I'm not saying it's going to be like 34-31. I'm thinking more like a 20-17 style game. Something low-scoring.
I don't know. I think the Panthers look pathetic. I mean, I would love for the Cardinals to somehow lose this game, but no, they look pathetic. Everyone talked up Bryce all off season, and he was just wet the bed. But no, I think Cardinals win by a touchdown.
Okay, well, me and Luke have it close. The 3 of you guys have it. I mean, 7's still kind of close. 7 can still be close, but we have it within a touchdown. without the extra point. Let's move on to the battle of the ponies. The Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. Broncos are only 1.5-point favorites all on the road.
Yeah, this is again. I don't understand the spread. I mean, Vegas got it right last week, having them the Colts as the favorite, but
I think it's because the Broncos struggled. That's why.
Maybe there's a script we just don't know about with the Colts.
Yeah, Vegas has the script apparently.
It's the Jim Irsay script.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think this should have been like a 5 to 7 point spread somewhere in there.
6.5.
I think the Broncos. I think they turned it up this week, and I don't know if Daniel Jones can keep up his performance from last week. So I mean, still a lot of question marks with me and the Colts. I think this defense for the Broncos eats.
I think it was only this close because, like I said, the Titans kind of had the Broncos in check for their offense, and the Colts looked good against the Dolphins. So Vegas is reacting to what we saw, and that's why. If the Dolphins would have struggled or the Colts would have struggled just a little bit, and the Broncos would have been a little more impressive, it maybe would have been that 5 or 6 point spread like you're talking, Luke. So I think that's why they did it.
I think the Broncos better be impressive in this game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very worried. I was really high on them and everything. So this better be one of those statement games where we all can breathe easy afterwards.
Yeah, I don't think the Colts defense is going against concussed Tua. So
yeah.
So I mean, I think Sean Payton's going to whip Bo Nix into shape after the performance he saw last week.
Sean Payton's he's gonna release Harvey on him.
Well, they better have a better run game because outside that one big run, the run game for the Denver Broncos was pretty quiet too.
Yeah. Well, they're using JK as the main back. Switch it up.
But the thing was, the Colts also kept A-Chain in check too, and A-Chain is no scrub. So, I mean, that's a good sign for the rush defense. Now,
but when you don't have to worry about the quarterback at all, you can focus on the running back, and you didn't have to worry about Tua.
Well, it looked like they were focused. It looked like they were trying to kill Tua. They were literally putting a pounding on Tua.
Make Tua beat you. Shut down the run game.
No, it's true. Let's go to America's Game of the Week on Fox. This is the rematch of Super Bowl 57 and last year's Super Bowl 59. You have the Philadelphia Eagles with Jalen Carter. You have the Kansas City Chiefs without Xavier Worthy. What do we think, boys? Eagles are 1.5 point favorites.
Yeah, I got the Eagles. I think this game's not going to be this close either. There's just too much talent on the Eagles overall. I know Mahomes is going to do his thing overall, but the receiving core is depleted. They didn't go and get anybody. The defense is good for them, but I like the Eagles' defense better. And the offensive weapons are nasty for the Eagles still. So even though Jalen Hurts isn't everybody's favorite quarterback, I think he can do enough and manage the game well enough to get the ball to his playmakers, and maybe his receivers gets a couple catches this week.
Hey, we've seen Jalen Hurts in at least the last 3 games against the Chiefs. We saw them Super Bowl 57, and then the following year when they went into Kansas City or wherever they're hosting, wherever they won, and then the last game in the Super Bowl, the last 3 games, Jalen Hurts has arguably outperformed Patrick Mahomes in every game. Yeah. So, with that being said, I can't believe I'm going to have the Kansas City Chiefs going 0-2 in the Patrick Mahomes era. But, like you said, I have nothing to be impressed about outside Patrick Mahomes. I don't like anything that I saw from them besides the rush defense, but they couldn't stop anything. So, this is a game where I expect A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith to go off. This is a game where Brown and Smith have a good game. Eagles fly high in Kansas City. Chiefs are 0-2.
Yeah,
Taylor Swift will be at this game.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the other Jalen, not Jalen Hurts. I want to see what Jalen Carter is going to do. I'm pretty excited to see that. I mean, this is technically going to be his week 1.
Hopefully, on Patrick Mahomes.
He's fresh.
If Mahomes is smart, he spits on the ground, maybe a little closer to his feet. Get a little closer.
Yeah, right. But and like you said, Chiefs are depleted. There's no way Worthy's going to play in this game. Even if he's going to, so I mean, he's already out. They just don't have enough firepower this year to take down the Eagles.
And with that being said, watch they win because
for sure.
NFL's not going to let Chiefs go 0-2.
Chris has that script. He has the Chiefs script. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, because then nobody will want Taylor Swift at the halftime show if the Chiefs are like 0-6. So.
The NFL was still wouldn't. The NFL still going to get views off that.
It's going to be Taylor Swift.
Right? I mean, hey, if you want to make the money, she's the best, probably the one in the business to do it right now. She's going to be one of the hottest commodities when it comes to views and everything. So can't blame them for doing it.
The Super Bowl tickets would be double the price that they are.
Oh yeah, nuts. They would be
nuts.
They would make so much money.
This is the year that you put like the Jaguars and like the fucking Giants in the Super Bowl so you could get the big sales off Taylor Swift alone.
Yeah, and it's going to be in San Francisco. Ticket prices are going to be ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, it is. But let's move on to Sunday Night Football. The Minnesota Vikings hosting the Atlanta Falcons. J.J. McCarthy versus Michael Penix. The last time they played each other was the national championship. And J.J. McCarthy did get the best of Michael Penix. The Vikings are 3.5-point favorites at home.
I have Michael Penix being able to close out a game Caleb Williams couldn't close out.
I think start number 2 for J.J. McCarthy. I think he's going to feel a lot more comfortable. I mean, his second primetime game in a row, which is kind of crazy. Start off your playing career with 2 primetime games. But I think the Vikings defense is nasty. I think Flores is going to send everything at Penix and make him read some defenses that he probably hasn't seen before yet.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with me starting Penix, Drake London, and Bijan this week, but
but I hope it's a shootout.
But I hope it's just a massive shootout. No, but I think this is the game where we go, oh, maybe Penix is the guy. I think Penix has a great game, and I think Falcons pulled us out.
Just like last year, we started off 0-1. We lost week 1 at home to a good team that had a winning record, Seattle Seahawks. We went into Philadelphia on Monday Night Football, and we took care of business. We won. No one thought we could. We lost Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a good team that we all think is going to happen. They're going to have a winning record. We lost at home. We're going to Sunday Night Football. Not Monday, but it's a primetime game. We're going into a hostile environment. Minnesota, Skull Nation's going to be out there doing their little fucking chants, their little horns and everything. Michael Penix puts himself on the map here. He has a good game. Drake London's going to play. Hopefully Darnell Mooney. Bijan's going to play. Maybe not a big rushing effort, but he will be involved in the passing game. The Atlanta Falcons fly high in Minnesota, and they win this game.
This is a great game for the chat. Nice primetime game for our chat. So this will be fun.
Second week in a row that Riz gets a good talking game. Normally we'll FaceTime each other throughout the game and just see how we're feeling with our teams, but I don't think I want to FaceTime this week I don't want to FaceTime during this game. So it's going to be probably Discord.
This will be fun because Mark won't go ghost. So this will be fun.
No, I talk. I mean, I'm going to react in the moment. If we're fucking up, I was high to start the game and I was calling my team out during the game last week. So I will talk and I will say how I feel. I don't give a shit. Yeah. I mean, I give a shit we win, but I don't give a shit about how you guys feel. I mean, I'm going to say what I have to say.
You guys signed a kicker yet?
We signed one, but he's on the practice squad.
They tried to get the kicker the Niners got. He was on the way to sign with them.
But it's all good. So Chris and Jake, I thank you for the trust that you have in my Dirty Birds.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with my fantasy team.
Nothing to do with it. Moving on to the first Monday night game. We have 2 of them this week in H-Town, in Houston. The Texans 0-1. Hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Texans are still favorites by 2.5 points.
Yeah, I was confused why the Texans are favorites in this game.
Me too. The spreads this week were whack.
Yeah, so I think this game's – I think Baker turns it up this game with Evans and, Abuka looked great last week. So, I think this Bucs offense can be way too much for the Texans defense.
I do expect more targets for Ekbuka. I know he didn't have as much. He only had 4 catches, but 2 of them were big. So, he had a big game. I think the Texas defense is really good. I think the defense is going to keep them in the game. And I think that Stroud and the boys are going to play a lot better this week. I think Nico Collins gets more involved. I think that you're going to see a lot more from Jane Higgins. Don't know about Christian Kirk yet if he's going to play. I do believe that this will be a much better game. And please, Houston, stop running anyone that's not named fucking Nick Chubb. That cost you the game last week. Put Nick Chubb in, let him do his thing. This is a Nick Chubb game. It's a Nico Collins game. Give me the Texans to win by a field goal.
Yeah, I think Tampa's going to send a lot of pressure. I know is their starting center out? Or is he – I think it was probable.
Even if he's there, it's not good old line anyways.
I think he's going to be sending a lot of pressure. I feel like Baker had a rough start last week, but, after that second half, he kind of got his legs under him. dusted off the rust. And then, like, the big question was, what were they going to do without Godwin? Ibuka stepped up, balled out. So I think Baker's going to keep flying high.
I'm alone on the Texans. I'm alone on the favorite.
I mean, I know you're saying don't hand it off to anyone but Chubb, but even Chubb's not impressive. Like,
I think the Rams defense is better than people think, and I think the Bucs are. I think they're slightly above average defense, and yes, they focused so much on Bijan. That was their game plan. They focused on Bijan Robinson, and they shut him and Algier down. They didn't want the running game to get going. Houston is more of a passing team normally without Joe Mixon. So I think they're going to focus so much on the pass that it's going to be more of a Nick Chubb style game. So I think this is going to be a Nick Chubb game. But same thing. And he's just been healthy in a couple of years, so he's trying to get his legs back too. But I expect Nick Chubb to play better, and I expect Nico Collins to be involved. And I think that's the big difference is Nico Collins is going to have a very good game, sets the tone for the offense for the Houston Texans. And defense is good.
I'm just confused on what people saw that made the Texans favorites. Like, what? I mean,
they're home. I think it's
because it's at home.
That's the only reason.
I mean, terrible.
I mean, most of the league was terrible week one. Let's just be honest. But let's move on to the last game that probably none of you guys are going to stay up for, besides me. The Los Angeles Chargers traveling to Las Vegas to face the Raiders. The Chargers are 3.5-point favorites.
Yeah, divisional matchup. Both teams 1-0. So I don't know what else to really say about it. I don't really know what else. I think Chargers.
Good takes there.
Yeah, I mean, Chargers looked really good against the Chiefs from what I saw. I got to see bits and pieces of the game. But, I mean, what I did see, the Chargers looked really good. They also have an extra day of rest over the Raiders, even though they had that long flight back. I think old Harbs does a good job getting his team ready this week. And I think they put it to the Raiders. As long as they can stop Max Crosby, I think the Chargers are in good hands.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, shut Genty down and make Bowers beat you. I mean, that's all they got.
And did Genty have a great –
Bowers is banged up too.
And did Genty even have that great – I know he had a touchdown, but
no, he was terrible. He had like 45 yards.
That's what I was going to say.
The offensive line is terrible.
But I'm saying you can't let them get the run game going. That's what I'm saying. Just shut down the run and make Bowers get – I mean, that's all they got. I mean, Harbaugh have this team ready to beat him for sure.
But like Luke said, Bowers did – he came out and didn't come back to us the game. He said he's fine. Bowers
said he was fine. Yeah.
Genty had 19 carries for 38 yards, average 2.
Damn, man.
Terrible.
2 yards a carry.
You get 5 – if you get 5 downs, that's a first down.
True.
But there's only 4 downs to drive, though. So, yeah. No, I just think the Bolts are a better team. I mean, shout out to the Raiders. They got that win in New England. That's cool. But like Luke said, Harbs has got the team playing. I mean, this might be the best team in the AFC West. I think now it comes down to them and the Broncos. I think Hampton's going to play a lot better. I know the Raiders controlled the run game for the New England Patriots, but hopefully, I believe Hampton is going to have a lot more opportunity now. No, I mean, he had more opportunity than Najee. That's not what I'm talking about. But he's going to have more rushing attempts than this game than he had last game. So I think the Bolts win by 4.
I mean, Hampton better play better. I mean, as Najee gets healthier, Najee's a decent back.
A 1,000-yard rusher every single season of his career.
That's what I'm saying. He's a quiet 1,000-yard rusher every year. So, I mean, you better step it up quick.
Well, guys, that was another prediction week for the show. I mean, Luke, you're on top as it's scrolling down the ticker. You're on top on both sides.
Hopefully, I don't fuck it up this week because I picked a little different than most of you guys.
Yeah, right. You're either gonna be way ahead or you're gonna be right back with us.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good week of football. I mean, I was talking to Jake. It was kind of hard to come up with the cover some of these games, but I found 5 games, and 3 of them were confident. And the other 2, me and Jake were like, God, this is not confident in the last 2. So we'll hopefully with good football. Hopefully the LSU Tigers and the Florida Gators, it's a good game. We have some good matchups in college as well. So don't be worried, Jake.
Good matchups this week in college.
I'm pulling a Luke and a Doc after the Gators game. I'm going Ghost.
Going Ghost.
Taking a nap.
Well, Luke was quiet most of the game until that long 50 or 25-yard touchdown. He said game, and I was like, "Oh, there he is." he's back. And then all of a sudden, yeah, he went quiet.
Well, Doc was super talkative. Then all of a sudden, it got ugly. We never heard from him again.
He stopped
we
talking.
Called him out last night.
Yeah, I think Doc stopped talking at like 5 or 7 minutes left of the game. He stopped talking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll be talking Sunday night. I don't give a shit. I mean, I'm here to talk. I'm gonna say my shit. I'm either gonna be cussing my team out or I'm gonna be. But it's nothing new. I mean, I'm used to. I know what my team does. I know we're a team that's gonna be in a close game, and we're either gonna get very lucky or we're gonna fuck up. So,
well, hopefully it's not a field goal game. Hopefully you don't need a field goal.
Yeah, hopefully we do what Kirk Cousins did. Like I said, week 2 last year, Kirk Cousins had a game-winning touchdown throw to Drake London. Hopefully that's what it comes down to. Penix tried winning it. I mean, he had him right over his shoulder.
I hope it don't come down to us wanting Cousins to throw a touchdown at the end.
Maybe Cousins comes in. Maybe Penix gets a little banged up and Cousins comes in. Kirk Ochenzo comes in and he's swagging and he's surfing out there, and we get another Kirk Ochenzo. I mean, he's
for sure.
We'll see. But guys, good luck to all your teams, college and NFL teams this week. It's a big one. Can't afford to go into Chris. We can't afford to do it. And same thing with you. Well, Luke, you can't afford it. We've seen you guys go to the playoffs. So, but that's Luke Rule. That's Chris Kavanagh. That's Jake Winnicott. I'm Mark Davis. This is All About the Balls podcast. Have a great one. Thank you for checking out another episode of All About the Balls podcast. We want to thank all of our listeners and supporters of the Sack House. You can listen to the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe and give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram @The Sack House.